Have you been trying to lose weight for years? Trying to lose the same freaking amount of weight, trying to get your goal physique, and you're still not there. You're spinning your wheels, okay? And you feel like you're spinning your wheels. This is the reason why, okay? I'll cover all of this in this video, but before we start, why should you listen to me? I'm a weight loss coach. I lost a lot of weight in my life. I struggled with my weight my whole life. And this is the reason why I struggle with my weight my whole life and how I broke free. In the last 5+ years, probably like 6-7 years now, I kept the same weight. I look like this pretty much year round, okay? And one thing you've probably tried before is all the restrictive diets. The most restrictive things in the world, all the new magic diet, the low carb or the keto or the vegan or whatever diet that you've tried, the shake diet, and all to avoid this one thing: counting calories. And before you click off this video, let me explain how simple it is. How simple it is. And the reason why I'm sharing this and I'm so passionate about this is because I've done this my whole life. I thought counting calories was the hardest thing to do or the thing that requires the most effort. It was the opposite. Counting calories takes me 2 minutes a day, no exaggeration. Okay, and there's a lot of tricks on how to do this properly, okay, and how to save a lot of time, and I'll cover this, okay? Very, very simple. But before we start, just to make you realize, how many calories do you think this is? Okay, this is peanut butter. Take a wild guess. You can even stop this video if you want. Take a guess. How many calories do you think that is? Intuition. This right here is 1,700 calories. 1,700 calories. Okay? This is more than 10 pounds of strawberries. Now, imagine you're trying to lose weight, right? And you're trying to manage hunger. This in your stomach. How much do you think your stomach is a bag, right? How much space do you think that takes in the stomach? Not much. But it's 1,700 calories. Very energy dense. Think about strawberries. If you had 10 pounds of strawberries in your stomach, it wouldn't fit, right? So if you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to manage hunger, not be hungry. So you can manage cravings, go to bed without feeling hangry all the time. If you don't know this, you'll never lose weight, okay? The reason why we track food is to realize, oh my God, this is not worth it to me. Maybe it is for you. Who knows, right? Maybe the 1,700 is actually worth it in your calorie budget. But for most people, when they're trying to manage hunger, trying to lose weight, they're like, this, I can get rid of this. And I prefer eating 1,700 calories of pizza or donuts rather than this thing. Let's do another example. How many calories in this? Take a wild guess. Take a guess. This right here is 470 calories. 500 calories. This little snack, you know those little, I'm eating like a snack. 470 calories. This is like a full meal. Right? 470 calories. This is like a Big Mac. Okay? If you don't know this, if you never track calories, you will never know this. Last example, another 500 calories. This is walnuts. Right? So everything that you think that is healthy food might be costing you the reason why you're spinning your wheels. And you realize with these things that like, okay, I'd rather have 3 Krispy Kremes than my walnuts. Right? You realize what's worth it to you and what's not worth it to you. This is the power of counting calories. You can still enjoy your favorite foods, but you realize what's costing you your weight loss. And you gotta understand this because this is important. 1 pound of fat, it's stored energy, right? 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. 3,500 calories. Okay? To lose a pound of fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit of 500 calories per day for 7 days. 7 times 5, 3,500, okay? So 7 times 500, 3,500 calories. That is 52 pounds a year. Okay, so 500 calorie deficit per day is 52 pounds in a year. Obviously, there's 52 weeks in a year. If you do 1,000 calorie deficit, you lose 104 pounds in a year. 500 calories. It's not much food, right? If you don't track, you'll never know. You can try all the low carb. You can try the vegan. You might be in a calorie deficit more naturally without counting, but for how long? Will you eat a vegan diet for the next 30 years of your life? Will you eat a low carb diet for the next 30 years of your life? That's why a lot of people say, oh, as soon as I eat bread, I gain weight. Or as soon as I eat this, I gain weight. It's because they don't know what actually makes them gain weight. The calorie dense food, the very small amount of food, very tiny amount of food, right? This is 1,700 calories. The cooking oil that you have, all these things, you'll realize as soon as you start tracking, you'll completely change your mind about a lot of food. You'll realize, oh my God, actually I can eat popcorn and it's like a whole bag for 200 calories. What the hell? I can actually eat popcorn and lose weight. I can actually eat a donut and lose weight. I can actually eat a slice of pizza or two and lose weight. So it makes you it gives you power. And the beautiful thing about all of this is that you'll keep this knowledge for the rest of your life. You don't have to track for the next 30 years. You might have to track for the next 30 days. But then that knowledge, knowing that this is 1,700 calories, that will stay in your mind for the rest of your life. So the people that actually track calories, think of bodybuilders, think of people that are actually successful at weight loss. They all lose weight and they keep it off forever because they have that knowledge of what's worth it for them and what's not worth it for them. But that thing, it only takes a 30-day effort, not a 6-month vegan diet where you do it for 6 months or 2 years and then you cheat and you go back all the way up and it's not sustainable, or a low carb diet or a keto diet or a shake diet or whatever cleanse that you have. The fast diet won't work. Knowledge will work. And you know the good old phrase, knowledge is power. This is absolute truth in this case. Because as soon as you know what's worth it for you, then you make wiser decisions. And that knowledge stays for the rest of your life. Okay, so if you haven't tracked ever, take the effort to do it for 7 days, even 3 days. It will change your life, not change your life for the next 3 days, change your life forever, for the rest of your life. It's the thing that you're avoiding the most, but it's that actual thing that will unspin your wheels. If I didn't convince you in this video to start tracking today, nothing will. Because genuinely, this is the most important thing that you can do for your weight loss goals, short term and long term. And you won't be guessing. You'll know exactly, okay, this is how many calories I'm eating. This is what's happening on the scale. Beautiful. And then you can make adjustments, right? And you think it's neurotic to do this. It's not. It's like at first, like everything, it might take a bit more effort, right? Because you're like, oh, how do I do this? How do I use this app for tracking my food? But nowadays, you can literally take your phone, scan the barcode, and you're done, right? So it's even more simple now than ever. But it might take a bit more, like I say, it's taking me 2 minutes genuinely per day, like genuinely, max 2 minutes. But there's a lot of tricks why I do this in 2 minutes, okay? And I probably will cover this in another video, all the hacks to track food as quickly as possible. But for you, it might take you 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But if I tell you that you can eat pizza, donuts, whatever you like, make it fit in your calorie budget, still lose weight, rather than going on a crash diet that is not sustainable, 10 minutes, I think it's worth it. Hope this helps you. And as always, if you have questions, feel free to comment below. I'll do my best to answer you. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.